Good. 5-second rule. Hiya, mistletoes and hollies. I got all dressed up for the collaboration. That's right, it's a collaboration day today. Cookies for Santa 2022. I'm collaborating with my friend Beth at Carolina Princess Sweet Treats and Pretties, and we are doing the first annual virtual cookie exchange as part of National Christmas Party Week. That's a made-up week that I made up last year. Doesn't it sound real? It does. Do you want to see what I've made? I made 2 videos. This video, I'm going to show you how I made for the very first time my great Aunt Mary's crescent rolls. These are also known as horns. They're also known as rugalech, and I don't know, my kids know them as cinnamon rolls. They are a pastry cookie, which is rolled up like a crescent, and they're filled with cinnamon and sugar and nuts. You can really fill them with just about anything, and this is my first time making them. The other cookie is something more unusual, and you will have to just go to that video to see how everything turned out. I hope your Christmas parties are turning out well. I hope you're making lots and lots of cookies. There will be a playlist for this collaboration in the description box below, and a link to my co-host channel, Beth. You all know Beth. You all know Beth. And I'm sure she's making something fun. All right, let's go to the kitchen. I'm making my Auntie Mary's crescent rolls, and it's a very simple recipe. It only has 4 ingredients, really. Flour, 2 cups, butter, 1/2 pound, sour milk or buttermilk, 3/4 cup, and 1 egg yolk, and frosting. Form dough into ball and put in ice overnight, probably ice box. Roll into circle as for pie, sprinkle with sugar and nuts, and cut into triangles or triangles, and roll up. Frost while still hot. So I love the simplicity and the little misspellings in that recipe. Thanks, Auntie Mary. Here's everything I'm using. I'm going to use some buttermilk, also known as sour milk, 1/2 pound of butter, which is 2 sticks, some flour, and an egg yolk. And it's a pastry dough, so you just mix it enough for it to come together. 2 cups of flour going in. ¾ cup of buttermilk. 2 sticks of butter, which is the same as 1/2 pound, which is the same as 1 cup. Mine is at room temperature. You could do it right out of the refrigerator. I'd let it get a little bit soft. Mine is really soft because it's warm in here. If you do it at room temperature, just kind of cut it up like I'm doing. I don't really need to do it because mine is pretty darn soft, as you can see. Add the egg yolk. Stop. Do not do what I'm doing. I should have added the flour next, and I realized that as I was pouring. So I didn't pour all the buttermilk in there. Don't ask me why I did that. My dough is coming out way too soft, so I'm going to add about another 1/4 cup of flour. I think because my butter was so soft, it was almost melted, really. It's pastry dough, so you really just want to mix it until it comes together. You don't want to over mix it at all. And mine is pretty soft, but it is going to firm up just fine when it's refrigerated overnight. Into the refrigerator overnight. Auntie Mary's recipe calls for 1/2 cup of white sugar, some cinnamon, and some nuts. You just kind of wing it as much as. I'm going to use white sugar, brown sugar, the cinnamon, and nuts. I'm probably going to use about only 1/4 cup of white sugar, 1/2 cup of brown sugar, a teaspoon of cinnamon, and I don't know, we'll see how many nuts are there. 1/2 cup to 3/4 of a cup. I forgot to film me mixing it together. Just mix it all together in a baggie. I've got my baking tray ready and my oven set at 350, and let's roll out these crescents. Okay. I have my flour here, which I'm gonna sprinkle. I always put too much. Over in the corner here. I put quite a bit in these little packets. I think I'm going to, I just want it really a little bit bigger than my fist. So I might have enough to do 3. Let's try that. Just want to make sure you can see it okay. Roll it out to about a 10.5 to 11-inch diameter. And here's my mixture. I just had it in the refrigerator. Then you want to sprinkle your mixture. Cut it like a pizza. I'm going to try to get 3 out of each side so they're not too big. So that will make a dozen if you can get 3 out of each side. And then you just proceed to roll them up. See? I was able to get a dozen out of an 11 or so diameter circle, as you saw. I lay them point down on the cookie sheet. They do puff a little bit, but they don't grow and spread like other types of cookies do, so you don't have to worry too much about that. You can make them smaller even if you want. I wouldn't make them too much larger than this. Let's put them in the oven. They're going in at 350 for 20 minutes. That was exactly 20 minutes, and you can see how yummy they look. This is what happens when the roll comes out and doesn't stay tucked under like that. But that's okay. And I'm gonna put them on my rack and let them cool a bit, and then we'll glaze them. They are on the rack. They smell amazing, like cinnamon rolls. Look at the nuts there. I'm going to show you my ridiculously easy way to make a glaze or frosting. This is going to be a very thin type of glaze, but in the next video where I make the Martian cookies, I'm going to show you how to make a thicker glaze that you can use on, sugar cookies and gingerbread and things like that. I just have a little bit. This is probably half a cup of powdered sugar. And this is just milk. You can use milk, cream, water, juice, whatever kind of liquid you like. And I just kind of wing it till I get the consistency that I want. I want it just a hair thicker. Yep, that's it. That's what I want. So I like these little mesh racks, but if you don't have one of these, it doesn't matter. You can put it right on the wax paper or the counter or whatever you want. I'm just going to use a fork. And you can be pretty generous. You could do the same thing with the spoon. And the warmer they are when you glaze them, the more the frosting will just kind of melt in with the cookies. These are not that warm. There you go. These cookies will keep for a while. These cookies will keep quite a long time in a sealed container, but you can also freeze them. These are a good one to freeze and then take out again. All right, let's try them. All right, let's try one. Here is the inside. Look, you can kind of look at all that cinnamony goodness. The sugar kind of melts and caramelizes a little bit, and the butter in the pastry, you can really taste it. They're very, very buttery. These are dangerously delicious. So the recipe for my Auntie Mary's Crescent cookies is in the description box below. For more cookie sharing, please go to the playlist and see everyone else's recipe. I also have another recipe in the playlist. So go check it out and sample everyone's goodies. Thanks for hanging out in the kitchen with me. Oh, good.